Hey all you action figure enthusiasts out there, JC here with another TNINews video. And we've got a lot to cover today, including reveals from NECA Toys for their virtual Comic-Con at Home panel. So let's jump right into it. Okay, now before we get into the big news of the day, which is on the NECA front, let's first start off with some McFarlane toy news. And following up on a story I talked about on Friday in regards to those new Disney Mirrorverse figures that McFarlane Toys is doing based on the RPG Mirrorverse video game. So on Friday, I showed you the two 7-inch figures that they are doing in the initial wave, which includes Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean, and the second figure is Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story. Now, besides the 7-inch figures, they are also doing a number of different 5-inch figures. And so for the 5-inch, we now have official images, and those figures include Goofy, Magician Mickey Mouse, so two classic Disney characters in the first wave. And then on top of that, we're also getting a 5-inch version of Sully. And the final figure is Belle from Beauty and the Beast. Now, the 5-inch figures are going to have a price of $12.99 each, and then the 7-inch scale figures are going to be $19.99 each. There's also going to be a 12-inch version of Sully, which we don't have images yet of. I don't know if Sully, the 12-inch Sully, will be the exact same figure as the 5-inch one, only, sized up, or if it'll actually, have a different look to it. And that one is going to cost $39.99. Now, all of these figures are currently listed on Walmart's website. I don't think these are going to be Walmart exclusives. I do believe these will be available everywhere, but they are listed on Walmart's website, even though they are not yet available for purchase. Now, Walmart will be kicking off their CollectorCon event this week, starting on July 22nd. So it's possible these figures could become available for purchase at that time. Now, the other bit of news I have from McFarlane Toys is just today they released this teaser image for their DC Multiverse 7-inch scale reverse Flash figure. So this looks like it's a repaint of the previous Flash with a new head sculpt. I don't know if it'll come with any type of lightning running effects or anything like that. We should be getting more details later this week. McFarlane Toys will be participating in this weekend's Comic-Con at Home virtual event. Spin Master is releasing a line of figures for the game called League of Legends, and they are doing 4-inch and 6-inch figures for this line. These figures did go up for pre-order this morning on Target's website. So I'm not too familiar with this game, but the figures themselves are said to have about 15 points of articulation. And then for the 6-inch figures, they're doing the character Thresh and Zed. And then for 4-inch, they are doing individual releases of Jinx, Darius, and Heimerdinger. Sorry again if I mispronounced any of those names. I've never played this game before, so I'm totally unfamiliar with these characters. But again, if you are into this game and you want some action figures based on it, you might want to check out these new figures from Spin Master. And as I said, they did go up for pre-order today on Target's website. For you Karate Kid fans, we've got some more 6-inch figures from Icon Heroes. So last week I told you about the Cobra Kai multi-pack that they are doing as a con exclusive. Now we have two variants of the Daniel LaRusso and the Johnny figures. So these are battle damage figures. So both of these are being offered as store exclusives. So the battle damage Daniel figure is going to be offered at Calendar Club. And then the battle damage Johnny figure will be released through Books A Million. And both of those figures are available on each of those companies' official websites. For Masters of the Universe fans, so I believe I mentioned this previously, but I just wanted to repeat it again. So going back to that Masterverse Deluxe Fake-Or figure that I have previously talked about, and there was some confusion on whether this was actually going to be a Target exclusive or whether Target was just going to get a timed release on it, meaning that they got first crack at it, that we would see it there before anywhere else. And it looks like it is a timed exclusive. It could start showing up as early as this week. The Target system, the store I checked with the Target system indicated that the store would start getting it in by the 22nd. I haven't checked more recently to see if that's changed at all, but it's possible we could start seeing that deluxe Faker figure hit shelves any day now. Now, eventually, again, it should be available elsewhere other than Target. Walmart does have it listed on their website, though it is not currently available for pre-order or purchase. Places like our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store, and other e-tailers that carry the Masterverse stuff should also eventually have it. I don't have a date on when Mattel's going to make it available to everybody, but again, it is not an actual Target exclusive, so if you don't want to deal with Target to get this one, you won't necessarily have to. Now, on top of that, we got a bunch of new figure listings from an overseas e-tailer site called pixeltoy.com. So for both Origins and Masterverse, so these are not confirmed by Mattel. I have not confirmed them from any other sources. So we just have these listings, but oftentimes these overseas listings do turn out to be true. So for Origins, we are getting, and I'm not sure they're listed, it's listed as a mini comic version of Trapjaw. So, maybe a first appearance or something. I'm not entirely sure. Clawful. And then we're getting a mini comic version of Stratos, a Horde Trooper, Anti-Eternia He-Man, so that all black He-Man, a regular Sorceress. So we've gotten the white one with the Castle Grayskull, and it looks like we're getting a regular one. Sunman, which is a really strange one. The only Sunman I'm aware of was released back in the 80s as a knockoff toy. It wasn't actually released by Mattel. It was a knockoff, essentially action figure line of He-Man, and there was a character named Sunman. So I have no idea if somehow that character is now going to be officially introduced into Masters of the Universe or what, but we'll just have to wait and see. Jitsu, Buzz-Off, and Battle Damage Multi-Pack. So again, with that last one, I'm not entirely sure what that's going to be. Now for the Masterverse Revelation line, we've got listings for Viking He-Man, Barbarian Skeletor, Stinkor, Fisto, Scareglow, and note here that this Scareglow is listed with a normal regular release figure price, not like a deluxe figure price. So, we've got the deluxe kind of glow-in-the-dark version that's being released this week starting on the 22nd from Mattel Creations as a Comic-Con exclusive. So we'll have to see how that goes. But if you miss out, if you end up not getting that one or what have you, or you want a second Scareglow, it does look like there's going to be a regular release version at general retail. Then we have He-Man Savage, Triclops Deluxe, which I've talked about before. That one is listed on Walmart's website. We still haven't seen any images, but that one seems to be definitely coming. A deluxe version of Trapjaw, Man-at-Arms, Tila, Beastman, and finally Spikor. So again, most of these seem like no-brainers, especially with the Masterverse stuff. All characters that we've seen in the trailers are mostly characters. Some are a little odd, like Viking He-Man and Savage He-Man. So I'm not entirely sure what those are going to be. And then again, going back to those Origins, that Sunman, I'm really kind of interested to see what they end up doing with that one. And then in other Mattel news for WWE, it was just announced today that they are going to be launching their own crowdsourcing initiative. This will be taking place on the MaCready Creations or Mattel Creations website. And for this, it is a WWE Ultimate Edition New Generations Arena. So you get the really big ring along with a lot that has a lot of detailing with the turnbuckles. You've got the floor mat that lifts up. You've got the stairs, so a really nice and elaborate ring. And then you've got the entranceway, which is lights up, the WWE entranceway. And then finally, it's going to come with a Kevin Nash figure. So overall, it looks pretty cool if you're into WWE. Now, this is going to cost you $250. Again, this is essentially done as a crowdsourcing item, and Mattel is saying that they're going to need at least 5,000 backers in order to make this happen. Now, like with most crowdsourcing things, there will be unlockable tiers, which they have not yet announced to go along with this set, assuming they get past the 5,000. So I'm not, sure, how many or what have you, but they have said that there will be unlockable things for this Kickstarter or crowdsourcing item. And again, this will be taking place on the MaCready Creation website starting on July 23rd. Oh, and one other real quick thing. So we have official images for the upcoming WWE Amazon exclusive Hulk Hogan and Jeff Hardy figures. So Amazon actually accidentally put these up briefly last week, and with it we got the official images. They've since pulled the listings down, but I'm told by Mattel folks that it will be, both of these figures will be relisted on Amazon within the week. So if you missed out, if you didn't get the little window that Amazon had these up, you will get another opportunity to get these. And these are ultimate editions of Hulk Hogan, who comes with 3 different head sculpts. He's got the rippable shirt. He comes with a championship belt, multiple hands, and the skull cap. And then with Jeff Hardy, you're going to get 2 different head sculpts, the soft goods removable shirt, a championship belt, and multiple pairs of hands. And as I said, both of these are being released as Amazon exclusives, and they should be up again for pre-order probably, with it by the end of the week, I would imagine. Hasbro today revealed another PulseCon exclusive, this time for Power Rangers, the Lightning Collection. So they are doing a deluxe monster figure of Pudgy Pig, which is going to come in a special edition collector lunchbox for the packaging. My guess is this figure will see a regular release at some point, but Pudgy Pig, they are doing a PulseCon exclusive with the fancy packaging. The figure is going to come with his signature fork and knife weapons, which do have effect pieces that you can attach to it. You're going to get multiple pairs of hands, and then you're going to get 3 little pieces of food, a pie, and a couple of other things that he can kind of chow down and pig out on. So this figure is going to cost you $45. And will be available at some point on Hasbro Pulse's website. Again, this is being listed as a PulseCon exclusive. All we know at this time is PulseCon will be taking place this fall, which, as I've said multiple times now, my best guess is probably sometime in September. Okay, now for Marvel, I really don't have a whole lot to share with you guys today, but I did want to make a quick update in regards to the Haslab Marvel Legends Galactus figure. So as I'm filming this today, they have surpassed over half of their needed minimum goal of 14,000 backers. It was around 7,500 last time I checked. So really it's kind of on par with the Sentinel last year. Of course, last year the big difference was that they only needed to get it fully funded. They were only asking for 6,000 backers. So they upped it significantly this time around to 14,000. So we're only just a little bit over halfway to that point. I definitely don't feel like there's going to be a huge problem with it getting to 14,000. It's really just more of a question of how long it takes. But as far as the update goes, I just wanted to let you know that shortly after the official live stream video that Hasbro put out for this, Dan Young from the Marvel Legends brand team put out there on social media that the first unlockable item will be a 6-inch action figure. He did not state what action figure it would be. He did indicate that it would fit in one of Galactus's hands. So the most likely thinking is it would be one of his heralds, one of Galactus's heralds, which he's had many. Hopefully it won't be another Silver Surfer, since we've already gotten 2 Silver Surfers fairly recently in the line. But definitely, there's plenty of choices. They could give us the Frankie Ray Nova, female Nova would be, I think, a cool one. Firelord is really the one that I want to see most. Airwalker, we might even get an updated Terex. They've done Terex before, but I could see them giving us an updated version, or maybe even like Morg. So there's definitely other candidates out there. Galactus has had a lot of heralds over the years, but those are, kind of the more traditional ones that I think people think of. So we'll have to wait and see, and who knows, maybe all the unlockable tiers will actually be one of Galactus's heralds. Maybe each time we unlock one, it'll be a herald. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But definitely the first one will be some type of 6-inch action figure, according to Dan Young. And, when we get to 14,000, probably it's going to take a few more days. Originally, I was thinking we'd probably get there through the weekend, but we're not going quite that fast. But I would suspect probably by end of week, we'll get to that 14,000. So I'm definitely interested to see what the unlockable tiers are. I'm really kind of waiting until I see what those are before I make my final decision on whether I'm going to back one for myself, which I'm definitely, leaning towards, but kind of still on the fence. But, again, hopefully that information will come soon. And then the final bit of news I have from Marvel is on the Mondo front. So they just recently released this teaser image for their upcoming 12-inch Wolverine figure based on the X-Men animated series. So they previously announced this figure back in November, and we got an initial look at it, but this is more of a finalized actual figure image, and then we should be getting more images and details and everything this coming weekend during their Comic-Con at Home event. So this figure is going to be chocked with a lot of accessories, at least that's what they've previously said, that we could expect things like multiple hands. There's going to be a turkey leg from the Thanksgiving episode. There's that portrait that Wolverine was looking at in his bed in one of the episodes that's become a popular meme that has Jean Grey and Cyclops on it. But you can probably put any image that you want so that you can create memes with the figure. We're going to get claw effects so you can recreate when he's like scraping his claws against each other in the opening credits. You're going to get multiple head sculpts, and there's even going to be a more head sculpt that will come with the Mondo exclusive version that's sold directly on their website. There'll be a regular release version sold everywhere, but as always, they do an exclusive version with like an extra accessory. We don't have any pricing information. They have said previously that probably the second figure in this line will be a Magneto figure, but I would expect them to continue to flush out the team as time goes along. Okay, and then finally for NECA Toys. So NECA today held their Comic-Con panel. It was about an hour long, and they made several announcements for multiple products, from things like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, several horror figures, the Defenders. They're doing more Defender figures, and also the Boys. They are doing more the Boys figures from the Amazon series, which is cool. And so let me just go down the list of everything they announced. So they started off with Back to the Future, and they gave us an updated look at that Griff figure from Back to the Future 2. So previously we had seen some unpainted prototype images for the figure, but now we have a more finalized look. Now the figure will come with the extendable baseball bat and of course his hoverboard that he used in the movie. You know, this is essentially the future Griff, or Biff, I mean. Grandson, I think it was, relative of Biff, distant relative of Biff, played by the same actor and everything. So we're getting Griff, and then they also gave us our very first look at the Doc Brown from '85. So we're getting a third Doc Brown figure based, on the jumpsuit from the first Back to the Future movie. So he's going to come with a number of accessories. And they also indicated, they didn't show it, but they also indicated that down the road towards the end of the year, we can expect a Back to the Future's accessory set for them to release. Okay, next up, they talked about Defenders of the Earth. They said they will be continuing to do the figures based on the cartoon series. The final 2 figures will be released that they showed off back in 2019 at Toy Fair. So those are still coming. But on top of that, they said that they're branching out from the cartoon and that they're going to be doing classic versions of Flash Gordon, Ming, and the Phantom. So they will have, new looks to them, have alternate accessories, multiple head sculpts. The Phantom's going to have a glow-in-the-dark belt buckle, apparently. These figures will be available everywhere sometime around November, they said. So these are not store exclusives. These are 7-inch scale figures. But, if you like the classic versions of these characters, you might want to check these out. They also showed off a new 2-pack that was originally going to be a Comic-Con exclusive for this year. It features Flash Gordon and Ming, 7-inch versions based on the live-action movie back in the 80s. So this set is going to be released now as a Walmart exclusive. They said it will be available online and at Walmart physical stores. They didn't say specifically when. They said later this summer. These might go up, later this week at the CollectorCon event that I mentioned before that Walmart is doing, starting on the 22nd. They didn't say that specifically during today's live stream. NECA didn't, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's when they're first made available. But again, those are going to be Walmart exclusives. And then finally, they showed off a couple of figures based on the original 70s toy line. For Flash Gordon and Ming, so you get that classic card back with these. Now these figures are going to be released later this year as Target store exclusives. So if you want to get these, and these do have new tooling, they're not just re-releases of the same figures on different card backs. They are essentially new figures. But again, those will be released as Target store exclusives. Then moving on to the Amazon series, The Boys, they announced 2 more figures that they are doing for that line. They showed us an early prototype for the Black Noir character. He is getting the action figure treatment with all of his knives and everything. And then the second figure that they showed, which they only really kind of showed from the legs down, is the character A-Train. So he will also be getting the action figure treatment. So 2 more figures, 7-inch scale figures to add to the boys collection if you're into that series. Then moving on to horror figures. So first of all, they announced that they're doing 8-inch retro versions of Chucky and his girlfriend Tiffany. This will be released as a 2-pack later this year. They also said for the life-size Chucky and Tiffany figures, that is slated to end up being released this year. It had been delayed, but it should definitely be out later this year. For you Halloween fans, they're doing a new Halloween 2 7-inch Ultimate 2-pack featuring Michael Myers and Dr. Loomis, which is the first time we're getting Loomis in the Ultimates line. So again, this will be released as a 2-pack, and with Loomis, he will have either the jacket or you can switch out the arms and have him without the jacket. He's going to come with a lighter, and then the Michael Myers figure is going to have flame effects, so you can make it look like you set him on fire, like we saw in the movie. And both figures will be featuring photoreal type scanning technology for the face likenesses. While we didn't get any images, they announced that they will also be doing an Ultimate Creep from the Creep Show movie. So that one is getting the 7-inch treatment. For Predator, they said that they will be finishing out the Lost Tribe members. 3 more figures to finish that out. They did not have any images or anything to show for that. For Universal Monsters, they gave us our first full look at their Mummy figure, so we knew that one was coming. They had teased it a few times, but now we have our first look at the actual Mummy figure itself. So no other updates on the Universal line, but I do suspect more will be coming. For Gargoyles, they gave us our first full look at the Demona figure, which they teased in a stop motion video type commercial that they had done previously. So she is the second figure that will be released after Goliath. And then they also teased for the third figure, the arch nemesis Thalog. So he is getting the action figure treatment as well, but he is very much in the early production stage at this point. But definitely they will be continuing to do more Gargoyle figures, and I would expect the Demona figure probably to go up for pre-order fairly soon. For Aliens, they showed off some repainted versions of their video game Alien figures. These will be done in movie-like colors. So originally, these were based on the video game, but again, now they're essentially doing a what if these were in the movie, so more realistic looking. And then for Gremlins, they showed off a Demolition 2-pack, and also they're going to be doing a Brain Gremlin figure, but they did not give any details on exactly how that one's going to be released. Then to end things off, they gave us a number of different Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle reveals for both the movie and cartoon series. They also made mention of the Mirage series stuff. So we've got the mutated Shredder coming as a Loot Crate figure. So they mentioned that one, but then they indicated that they're going to be going full-blown on Mirage stuff at some point. They didn't say definitely, but they made serious indications that they would be. And they did release this one teaser image for the next Mirage figure that they plan on doing. And then for movie stuff, they gave us our first real look at the upcoming Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Casey Jones figure that has the removable mask or alternate head sculpt without the mask on. The figure itself has had some modifications to it, specifically to like the elbow joints. So they are single hinged elbows now, but they say the figure will still have a good range of motion in the elbows. And then you get, again, the big thing here is the unmasked head sculpt that they weren't able to do the first time around. And you also get like an actual mask that you can hang on his club or what have you. But again, the big thing with this one is the unmasked Casey Jones head sculpt that looks like the actor. They gave us our first look at the Secret of the Ooze Shredder figure that they're going to be doing, and they said there will be more Secret of the Ooze figures. They showed us a new Super Shredder figure that would have been a Comic-Con exclusive. So this is this version of Super Shredder has a different deco. It comes with an elaborate display base, and that one is going to be released at Walmart. It does have some new tooling to it as well, so it's not just a straight up re-release of the previous Super Shredder. No idea when exactly it's going to be available, but again, it will be released as a Walmart exclusive. And then for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series animated series 2-packs, they gave us new looks at the upcoming Anthrax and Scumbug 2-pack that we had previously seen that will be released at Target stores. It had previously been made available on NECA's website, but it will be showing up at Target stores. And then for the first time, we are seeing a new 2-pack of Dirtbag and Ground Chuck. So these are not characters I remember at all in the cartoon, but according to them in the live stream, these characters really did not show up very much. But I do like the feature with Dirtbag where you can make it look like he is burrowing up from the ground, which is pretty cool. And then also they showed us Wingnut and Screw Loose. So originally this was going to be a deluxe set, but it is being released as a 2-pack. So this is probably the coolest of the 3 2-packs that they showed off. And then on top of the 2-packs, they announced or showed off what would have been this year's Comic-Con exclusive for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And it is the Channel 6 News team. It's a box set featuring all the members of the Channel News team. So another April figure, another Vernon figure. They do have mutating effects. There is new tooling with these figures. And then we're also getting them other members of the channel team, including the news chief and the Irma character, which will also have mutating effects. And you get the packaging opens up and you can recreate the channel station, and there's going to be TV cameras included and things like that. Now, they will be making a version of this set available online. There will be other items, including like a t-shirt and some pins and an iron-on and things like that. So it probably will cost a little bit more for you to get it online. You get a couple of extra things. But if you just want the box set itself, then you'll have to get that through Target. It will be sold through Target stores at some point this year. And then the final thing, they gave us another teaser, this time for something from the animated series, another 2-pack. I'm not entirely sure what the second figure is, but if you think you know, let me know in the comments section below. Okay, so that's it for today. I'd love to hear your thoughts once again down in the comments section below. And if you haven't already, please think about subscribing to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. You can also hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. Like the video if you're so inclined. As always, stay safe out there, guys. And until next time, I'll catch you later.
Hey, thanks for watching today's video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. And be sure to head over to the Toy News International and Marvelous News message boards communities. It's a great place to talk toys and win cool contests like $100 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store. And remember, action figures are great.